Hello students! Welcome to Top Scholars. Today we are going to know about the world's fourth largest continent. So can you tell us which continent it is? Correct! It is the South American continent. The continent of South America has 12 countries and it holds more than 466 million people who have different nationalities, languages, cultures and faiths. Early archaeological evidence suggests that around 16,500 BC marked European arrival. So let us know some of the details about the countries of South America. The first country is Argentina. Argentina sits on the southernmost tip of the continent and is coincidentally a Spanish-speaking country that shares its European cultural influences. The capital of Argentina is Buenos Aires, also known as the Paris of South America due to its European architecture and is primarily urbanized. It shares borders with Chile, Paraguay, Bolivia, Brazil and Uruguay. The next country is Bolivia. Bolivia is a landlocked country in the middle of South America. The country is known for its mountainous terrain and high altitudes. People mostly use Spanish along with native languages like Quechua and Aymara, which makes it an anomaly in the region. Then is the country of Brazil. Brazil is the largest country in South America with the biggest GDP and has been culturally distinguished since Portugal colonized it. The capital of Brazil is Brasilia. It covers most of South America with a vast stretch covering the whole Amazon rainforest where uncontacted tribes exist far from civilization. This is why Brazil is characterized as distinctively separate from other neighboring countries. Next is the Chile. Chile has its western edge amidst South America with its long length and its closeness to the Pacific coastline and Andes Mountains. Most of the people are living in the northern area of Chile. This country is indeed a high-risk earthquake zone where the capital city, Santiago, is part of the world's most earthquake-often hit cities, forcing people to keep on living. Colombia. Colombia is an American country in the northwest corner of South America, but it also borders Central America. Its geography is diverse with heavy rainforests, mountain peaks and white sand beaches. Bogota is the capital and largest city of Colombia, and most of the population lives in this large city. The next country of South America is Ecuador. Ecuador is well known for its old history, especially the Galapagos Islands where Charles Darwin started his theory of evolution. Exciting history characterizes the country since the pre-Columbian Incan Empire controlled vast areas of western South America, though it was conquered by the Spanish, so one can still find their ruins in Ecuador. Guyana. Located in South America on the northern shore of the Caribbean Sea, Guyana is a little-known country with most of the people living in Georgetown. Guyana is ethically and religiously distinct. Nearly two-thirds of the population are of Indian or African descent, and many of these are Hindus. Then is Paraguay. Paraguay is one of the landlocked countries in South America. It borders on Bolivia, Brazil and Argentina. This nation has access to the world's oceans via a few rented ports from its neighbors. Asunción is the capital city and the largest city of Paraguay. During the 19th century, Paraguay lost large territories and the population suffered great losses in a war against Argentina and Brazil. Peru. Peru is a South American country on the west coast and the country's capital is Lima. The Andes Mountains prevail and the Peruvian takes pride in being an Incan descent. One of its finest relics is Machu Picchu. Native Quechua and Aymara are the predominant native languages in rural areas and Spanish is widely spoken. Next is Suriname. Suriname is a rather peculiar South American country and only Dutch-speaking country in the Americas. Dutch is the official language. The capital city, Paramaribo, houses nearly 40% of its population, a pattern that breaks the traditional one. Uruguay. The country is sandwiched between Brazil and Argentina. Like its neighbor, Argentina, Uruguay is largely European descent, Spanish-speaking, Catholic, and football-crazed, and 1/3 of the population dwells in the capital city, Montevideo. Lastly is the country of Venezuela. Venezuela is situated in the north of South America. Its capital and biggest city is Caracas. Although the country has a reputation for being very hospitable and cultured, it has entered a spiral of economic degradation for the past decade. Caracas, the country's capital, is also the country's largest city. Now let us know about the dependencies of countries of South America. Dependencies, also known as overseas territories, represent regions that are administered apart but under the auspices of another fully recognized sovereign state, either directly or indirectly. Most of the dependencies in South America are leftovers from colonial powers laying claim to segments of the continent as a way of projecting their presence in the region. One such dependency country is the Falkland Islands. The Falkland Islands, located east of Argentina, were contested until the British established a presence in 1833. In the 1980s, Argentina invaded the islands, leading to a brief war with Britain. Britain emerged victorious and still holds the islands today. Then is the French Guiana. French Guiana is a small overseas territory on northern South America's border with Brazil and Suriname. French Guiana has long been an important French outpost since the 17th century as a trading post and later in 1852 as a penal colony. Lastly is South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands. South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands in the Atlantic Ocean were unclaimed for decades until Argentina occupied them in the 1930s. British protested this occupation by declaring the islands as their territory. With this, we come to the end of this session. Let us try to answer the following questions. Question 1. What is the capital of Peru and Colombia? Question 2. Where is Venezuela situated? Question 3. Which language is used in Suriname? Question 4. What are the dependency countries? Question 5. Write a note on Brazil. We hope you enjoyed this session and learned something new and interesting things. To know and learn about such interesting things, stay tuned with us. Thank you and happy learning.